What's up, folks? Well. Hasn't this been interesting? Very, very interesting. But I will say this, Kash Patel is now activated. I would not be surprised if the Epstein list comes out today. Just saying it. Breaking news is that reportedly a caravan of FBI trucks and agents went into the underground parking lot of 26 Federal Plaza last night, and a bunch of agents got out of the truck, and they're still there. So this is developing. This is developing right now. I know Kash Patel is not going to waste any time at all, none at all. So that is what's going on right now, and I'm going to get into more details on this. I talked to 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗂𝗧 last night. We talked about it extensively on and off record. I'm talking with him again today about some things that are developing, and it is a civil war within the FBI right now, but they still think they're playing by the same old trickery and games. They still think they can just shred documents, get rid of evidence, and they're not going to be busted for it. Everything's going to be fine. Wrong. Very wrong. We're not playing in that old paradigm anymore. Those days are over. It's done. The clock is ticking. You're on the clock. It's over. You're not playing by this anymore. And I'm going to get into all of this. I have a lot to talk about today, folks. Today, at the end of the show, the call-ins will be, who do you think's on the Epstein list now? Now, folks, I know some names on there, okay? So I'll tell you if you're hot or cold, but and it's the obvious. It's the obvious. A lot of us know who they might be, who they are. And they're already in hiding. See, these folks know, these people know that once their names are outed, they can never walk the streets again. Gee, doesn't that sound familiar, folks? Oh, wait, you're all conspiracy theorists. They will never be able to walk the streets again. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them have. Think about this, folks. When your name's on that list, the repercussions, the ramifications that are going to occur. Not only are you going to be exiled, or not only are you going to be, you're not going to be able to work anymore. Production companies are going to drop you. Everything's going to just fall apart. You're going to have to lawyer up. But people, the public, yeah, I mean, are they going to start showing up to your house? What are they going to do? Is there going to be any safe place for you to run to? You're going to have to leave the country. And even then, this is a worldwide thing. People are going to find you wherever you go. So this is going to be this. You can imagine these people are not sleeping at all. They're nervous to death. And that is why I'm saying very soon, I don't know when, but a self-deleting month is coming. Folks, you can Venmo me, �D-Rod1977, �D-Rod1977. If you appreciate me, I appreciate you. When the Lights Go Out on Amazon, my book. Yes, I wrote this book on my iPhone in 1 month. I had people writing me, how did you write your book? What methods did you use to write your book? I just secluded myself and I just got to work, baby. Just like I was in a boxing training camp. I just got to work and wrote the book. My mom's book, she took a little longer on this one, The Mexican Mix. I'm going to go see my parents today. They're both declining in health, but it is what it is. It's life. And I'm just trying to accept it every day, folks. It's a real hard situation. My dad's in a walker. My mom's in a wheelchair. They're just dead weight at this point. And, folks, say hello to Alex. Alex, you want to jump on real quick and say hi to everybody? My new sidekick, my co-host, Alex, who's working behind the scenes. There he is. What's up, Alex?
Hey, what's up, Nino? What's up, everybody?
All right, so we're going to take the calls. We'll take super chats in the middle of the show. So get your super chats in. We'll answer all the questions on super chat. And at the end of the show, as we get closer, he'll put in a link for a StreamYard. You'll be able to jump on and talk to me face to face. Say whatever you want, but try to stay on the topic, Epstein list. And are you planning to leave the United States? Is the political polarization just too much for you? Or do you know people that are leaving? And I'm going to be throwing some more controversial questions as the shows progress. Trust me, I got some stuff. Alex knows what I got in store. Right, Alex?
It's going to be good.
This is going to get crazy, right? Oh, it's going to be controversial. This show is going to get very, very controversial. But first of all, get Olive. Get your olive. We partnered up with Gundry MD to share this information with you. Would you believe me if I told you inside your pantry right now is one of the healthiest foods on the planet? Yep, it's true. And it's not some weird trendy superfood. Spoiler alert, it's olive oil. You probably used to cooking with it, but there are countless ways to use olive oil to help yourself look and feel younger. For example, olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. Besides helping and looking younger on the outside, it's a fantastic tool for your insides as well. According to Dr. Stephen Gundry, a famous cardiac surgeon, nutrition expert, and health advocate, you should get as much high-quality olive oil into your body, into your daily routine as possible, whether it's taking a shot a day or keeping a bottle of it in your bathroom medicine cabinet. But what kind of olive oil is best for your health, folks? Well, not every olive oil has your benefits in mind. But if you're looking to get the best results, it matters a lot which one you pick. The olive oil industry is huge. You can tell by the number of olive oil brands you see at the grocery store. And you can tell, and you can bet, they're not all made with the consumer in mind. And many brands may even cut corners one way or another to increase profits. Yeah, I know these are long, folks. Just bear with me. When Dr. Gundry came to this realization, he was appalled. But some olive oils that are so powerful may only take a few tablespoons a week to see these incredible health benefits. So how can you tell between an olive oil that can be a health booster and which one isn't up to par? Well, in an effort to answer that question, Dr. Stephen Gundry has decided to take a stand and release his personal research and findings. The video has gone viral since its release, and it's important you see it now. You can watch the video right now by going to getolive1, that's the number one.com/Nino, or by clicking on the link below this video. Get started on it, folks. And yes, I'm going to set my ghetto timer. Here's the ghetto timer. Boom, there it is. That'll tell me the middle of the show is here, and we'll start doing the mid-rolls, or the mid-roll and the super chats. So get your super chats in, folks. Spotify, Nino's Corner. Telegram, Nino's Corner. Getter, Nino's Corner. Rumble, Nino's Corner. True Social, David Rodriguez Boxer. Instagram. Instagram's taking off now. My Instagram's really climbing. I'm putting up some really powerful videos, really cool shit on there. And it's Instagram and TikTok are the same. It's ninoscorner.tv or Nino's Corner TV. X is Nino Boxer. That's also taking off. PatriotWear.com. Big, get yourself some gear, folks. Tell me what you want to see in the store. ninoscorner.tv. All right. 107 update on the Epstein list right now is up there. We're going to be real surprised to see some of these people in it, folks. I'm telling you that right. A lot of conservatives, a lot of rhinos, a lot of politicians. See, that's what's so scary for them right now. And they don't want this out. But it's coming. And I got a feeling it's going to come sooner than later. Now, Pam Bondi is giving Kash Patel 14 days. But I think it's hitting her desk today. Bull Pony's coming back on. Richard Gage is coming on, talking about 9/11 and other false, events. Larry Ballard is coming on, folks. I got a stat card. Jaguar Wright was the general in the general's tent last night, and it was epic. It was fire, folks. You should not have missed that one. It was insanity. She did a really good job. The audience loved it. It was fire. The next generals in the general tent will be the grandchildren of the officer that was in, I forget his name, but I'll get it. I'll get it soon. Who had a cosmic clearance in the military. Ask all you want about the UFOs. Ask all you want about UAPs. These guys know what they're talking about. They're the grandchildren of a man who actually had cosmic clearance. That's like 20-something levels above the president. So he got to see some really neat and crazy shit. So that's coming up. And you might want to turn it down or turn it up right about now. All right, folks, here we go. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. So let's get into it. There's a lot to talk about here. And, of course, my glasses fog up. The Southern District of New York FBI is not cooperating. Well, at least they weren't. Allegedly, caravans have already shown up and they're retrieving the documents. That's hearsay. That's what I'm hearing in the back channels. It's all happening as I speak right now. Don't be surprised if you get the list today, maybe tomorrow. Now, these people, obviously, that are trying to destroy the evidence or hide it are going to be in big, big trouble. See, they're still operating in that old paradigm. They're still trying to drag their feet. They're still on board with Russia. It's not going to work, folks. It's not going to work. So there's a lot here. There's a list. There's flight logs. There's tapes. There's incriminating evidence on these people. I don't know what they're going to release. I think a lot of us probably would not be able to stomach the video evidence. So I would imagine they're just going to release the lists. They might redact some of the victims' names, from what I understand, that's understandable. That's actually really understandable. But defying the orders of Trump, Kash Patel, and Pam Bondi's release, that's essentially an internal civil war that's happening right now. Never before have we seen this. This is what happens when you clean out the deep state. So breaking, AG Pam Bondi says thousands of Epstein files are still held by the Southern District of New York and will be delivered to DOJ by tomorrow. So that's today. The James Comey honeypot operation is now being exposed in full effect against Trump and has taken center stage. So there's a lot going on here. I think they're waiting for the right time to drop the Epstein list. As Pam Bondi promised, the release of the Epstein flight logs, or AKA list, it seems to me like this is going to be released today. I'm betting on today or tomorrow, very soon. Kash Patel has got in, what is this right here? Blood. Oh, FBI journalist, Epstein document release. Okay, so here we go, folks. It's all starting. A conservative political commentators are spotted at the White House Thursday holding up binders that read the Epstein files. They were all very disappointed. You can see it in their faces. Hours after General Pam Bondi promised the release of the documents about wealthy financier Jeffrey Epstein, who sexually abused underage girls. It was not immediately clear what was in the binders, which have not been released publicly by the Justice Department. I think they have now. The binders read declassified, but it was not immediately clear whether the information contained in the binders ever had been classified. From what I understand, it was a bunch of junk, stuff that we already knew was there. The names are going to be what is incriminating. The names itself will be incriminating. Make sure you don't play too much of that video, Alex, because they'll give me for a copyright bullshit. Among those holding the binders was political commentator Rogan O'Handley, also known as DC Drano. All right, folks, you say you're going to release the files. That shit needs to go on the front page of the whitehouse.gov, in my opinion. So we all need to know it's legitimate. It's 100% real. I think it should be on whitehouse.gov, not just full. I'm sure we'll see it all on X and things like that, but I think it should be on an established site and absolutely legitimate. Boom, on whitehouse.gov. Anna Paulina writes on X, I nor the task force were given a reviewed Epstein documents being released today. So she hasn't reviewed them. A New York Post story just revealed that the documents will simply be Epstein's phone book. This is not what we or the American people asked for. Get us the information we asked for instead of leaking old info to the press. So what's going on here, folks? Was the list just leaked to certain people? No. They're withholding the whole thing. And I'm hearing, as I'm broadcasting right now, they are retrieving it or already retrieved it, from my understanding. That's just what I'm getting. What are people saying in the chats, Alex?
People have their doubts and their skepticisms a little bit. It might be a big nothing burger.
No, it's going to be a something burger. It's going to be a something, folks. I'm telling you, this is coming. This is coming, and it's going to be big. And I want to know from you at the end of the show, who do you think's on the list? Who do you think we're going to find out is on that list? I've heard some people say Trump. A lot of people say, oh, Trump's on the list. That's going out there right now. And I'm here to say I would bet all my money, Nino's casino is open, that Trump is not on the list. But there's a lot of stuff leaking out right now. A lot of people are going, I think there's psyops saying that, oh, the reason the holdup is because Trump's on the list. That's the biggest bullshit story I've ever heard. The biggest one. That's why he would go get Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and all these people so that he can, oh, I'm on the list. Makes no sense at all. 0 sense. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think Trump's on the list? Call in at the end here. You'll be on Zoom with me live at the end of the show. Let's talk about this mano y mano, folks. All right. So as the big purge in the Pentagon, the big purge in the FBI, the big purge in all the federal agencies, guess what else, folks? The IRS. Yeah, baby. The IRS is going to soon be the ERS, from my understanding. External Revenue Service, and it's going to be all based on tariffs. Now, we know Mexico, we know China. Well, China's going to have to pay their, they're going to have to pay their fair share. No more sneaky business. But China, Canada, Mexico, and if you think about it, it's kind of Trump's way of pushing them into becoming the 51st state, is what I think, with Canada. At some point, they're going to get their arm bent so much and twisted that they're going to have to just jump on board and join good old America. That's what I think. That's what I think is coming. So, yeah, Trump announces creation of External Revenue Service. Here's what new agency will collect. This is crazy. So I already know that they're already closing 100 offices of the IRS, and I'll get into that as I go along. President Trump and AG Pam Bondi committed to releasing the Epstein files. The FBI was told to deliver the files to Bondi. They did, about 200 pages. Bondi smelled a rat because then there was nothing juicy in the 200 pages, just flight logs and a Rolodex of phone numbers. No smoking gun. Still, Bondi promised to release the documents, so she prepared a binder for them. Then, last night, a whistleblower contacted Bondi and revealed that the SDNY was hiding potentially thousands, folks, of Epstein files, defying Bondi's order to give them all to her. We're talking recordings, evidence, etc., the juicy stuff, the names. So these swamp creatures at SDNY deceived Bondi, Kash, and you, the American people. Be outraged that the binder is boring. You should be, because the evil deep state lied to your face. The binder is powerful because it's tangible physical evidence of the disgusting stunt the SDNY tried to pull. Bondi is now demanding all the Epstein evidence from the SDNY, plus an investigation into the persons who committed this act of defiance. The legacy media has betrayed you once again. They lie to you. They smear you. They gaslight you. They deserve no special access to real-time exposure of corruption because they played a role in covering it up in the first place. You know, a lot of late-night talk shows, there's a couple of them I can name that are on that list. Oh, they're sweating. I'm sure a lot of you know who one of them are. One of them is, I should say. So you are the media, Elon said. Yes, we are. So celebrate. The regular people are being given access to the most powerful people in our country to report on despicable corruption and is being uncovered in real time. And be very, very angry that deep state agents in the swamp at SDNY are at this very moment defying President Trump and AG Bondi and you, who voted him into office, lying and hiding the truth about Jeffrey Epstein because they don't want their corruption and weaponization of government exposed. It's too late. It doesn't matter. We all know now. You know, back in the day, this would work when they controlled the media, when X was still on. Who was the guy that owned X before, who ran X before? What was his name? Alex, do you remember him?
Jack
Dorsey.
Jack Dorsey,
right? Jack Dorsey, that was the guy. Back in those days, they could do this. They had the media, everything on lock. Now they can't. They're exposed. They have a big light on them and a telescope on them, or a microscope up their ass. We're seeing it all. So as all this happens, I have a conspiracy mind. And I'm sure a lot of you do too. That's why you're on here. But you got to think, Gene Hackman passes away. Gene Hackman did own, and now look, I don't know anything about Gene Hackman. He's probably a great guy, but I got sent this from a few people talking about how he owned 2 islands. And we know that Letter in the Alphabet talked about how people don't just own islands. Now, I'm just saying the obvious here. I'm not saying he's guilty of anything, but was there foul play? It was him, his wife, and their dog, okay? I don't know. Did one of them find out they had a terminal disease and they said, you know what, let's all just go out together? Really, really sketchy, fishy stuff. Santa Fe, New Mexico is just right up the street from me, folks. I go there all the time. I love Santa Fe, New Mexico. He was a former owner of Fawn Island, a 2 to 3 acre private island in San Juan Islands of Washington State. He sold it in 2008 and later purchased a larger, more secluded island off the coast of British Columbia, Canada, which he still had to this very day, reportedly. That island was kept very private, not much information on it, and the sale was kept intentionally private. So, a lot of these people don't like to be messed with. They're not, they're very, very private people. They're very weird people, but rightfully so, because people are fucking crazy. People are crazy, and I'm seeing it myself. You should see some of the emails I get, folks. So the Epstein list. Bondi sends Patel letter demanding release of full Epstein files. Attorney General Pam Bondi demanded the full release of files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in a Thursday letter to FBI Director Kash Patel. So what we're seeing here is Kash Patel now being activated. This is what he's going to be used for. He's like the grenade. He's like the grenade in the tunnel. So I'm pretty sure they knew, okay, they're going to drag their feet. They're not going to give us the toll. They're not going to give us the list. They're not going to tell us. They're not going to give us what we really want. And this is why, imagine if Christopher Wray was still in there. Nothing would get done. Absolutely nothing would get done. They say, well, I don't know. Well, we thought we had him. We didn't. Then they'd go to the House hearings. There'd be all kinds of long, drawn out this and that. But no, not this time. Now that Kash is in there, he can get it ASAP. And that's what I hear is happening right now. So back in the last Trump administration, yeah, it would take forever because he was learning the ropes. He was learning who everyone was. Remember what I've always said, folks. This is a sting operation. Think sting operation. That's where we're at in this. And now people are activated to get the swamp rats. That's what phase of the operation we are in right now. But first, it's very important to let the public see them. Let the public see what they're doing. Let the public see them drag their feet. Let the public see them hide the evidence. Let the public see them destroy the evidence. Now watch the public. Now the public will see Kash Patel go in for the kill. And that's what we're going to see right now. That's what we're going to see. That's the part of the phase of the operation we are in right now. This is a great time to be alive. This is amazing. But this has to be done surgically. You have to dissect this surgically. So there will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. The Department of Justice will ensure that any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect the privacy of victims and in accordance with the law, as I have done in my entire career as a prosecutor. Bondi said her early requests resulted in the surfacing of 200 pages that included flight logs, Epstein list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers. However, she questioned in the report provided a full scope of the information requested in her letter. She requested an investigation into why her original order seeking data on Epstein's relations was not fulfilled. Now send in Kash. That's where we're at with this right now. The widely anticipated release of the full Jeffrey Epstein files has been delayed as Attorney General Pam Bondi revealed she has not received the full set of documents from the Justice Department. So what I'm hearing now, it's in motion. It's all in motion. This is getting crazy, Alex. I mean, is this not an exciting time to be alive? This is just wild stuff, man. I don't even know. I mean, really. I mean, this is all coming to light right now, right, Alex? And then you got James Comey, the honeypot operation. Have you been looking into this?
I haven't seen, not as much as you probably know. What's going on with it?
I'm going to tell you right now. This is going to blow the lid off everything right here because it's going to come to light the honeypot operation. So people understand why Jeffrey Epstein. See, this is all happening at the same time. So James Comey's operation of honeypotting politicians and things like that is coming to light at the same time at the Epstein list. Why? Because they work together. They work in tandem. Jeffrey Epstein was used for these things. So the FBI is reportedly beginning an investigation into allegations that the agency, when headed by then-Director James Comey, launched a honeypot operation to infiltrate the 2016 Trump campaign with 2 female agents. The Washington Times reported that the agency is looking into an alleged 2015 operation, which was revealed by a whistleblower in a disclosure to the House Judiciary Committee last year and was said to involve 2 agents acting as honeypots while traveling with the Trump team. This is how they get you, folks. They get you with a real sexy woman. You take her back to her bedroom and you find out she's 13 afterwards. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's how they do this. The whistleblower claimed 2 agents were inserted into high levels of the campaign that were directed to act as honeypots and travel with Trump and his campaign staff. However, the investigation was allegedly closed because a media outlet obtained a photograph of one of the agents and was about to publish it. The whistleblower said they observed one or more employees being directed to never discuss the operation with anyone, including those involved in the operations. So this is also being uncovered as I broadcast this podcast right now. This is absolutely incredible shit. This is incredible shit. Okay? All right. Chief Justice Roberts was shut down. A Democratic federal judge trying to force the Trump administration to release billions in foreign aid shut down at USAID. Wasn't he part of the Black Eye Club or something like that? You see a lot of these people with black eyes. Oh, boy. Trump says the additional 10% tariff on China is to start on March 4th. Oh, boy, here we go again. I keep just putting the tariffs on us. I mean, this is getting real. This is going to cause a lot of friction. So Trump says Mexico, Canada tariffs will start March 4th, plus additional 10% on China. So I'm not sure how much he's going to be putting on China or on Mexico and Canada. I remember wasn't it 20% or something like that? Well, wasn't it? Yeah, here it is. Jonathan imposes tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China. Wow. And this is all because they're not doing their job in stopping the fentanyl flow into the border and other drugs. So just so you know, folks, the reason is they're not holding up their bargain. They're not holding up their end of the deal, which to me, which I've always said, cartel warfare is coming, but I'm hearing we're taking a lot of the cartels out. President Donald Trump said his proposed tariffs on Mexico and Canada will go into effect March 4th. China, which already faces U.S. tariffs on its products, will be charged an additional 10% tariff on the same date, Trump added in his Truth Social post. I don't think he's going to give him another chance after this. I think he gave him a chance, but he really wants to start collecting on the External Revenue Service and have the rest of the world pay our taxes, folks. That's where this is going. So I don't think he's going to let up on this time. I think he's going to go all in because he wants to begin with the External Revenue Service and take away the IRS. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm hearing. So I believe a lot of you are like, oh, it's too good to be true. No, it's not. We're living in some amazing times. So the proposed tariffs on China, Canada, and Mexico will go into effect on March 4th. President Donald Trump has confirmed on social media platform Truth Social an additional 10% on Chinese goods entering the United States will effectively double the existing 10% universal tariff rate on China to 20%. Now, what do you think happens there? What do you think happens here? Does this, I think this sends us into a trajectory of some kind of kinetic situation with China and the cartels. I mean, there's just nothing else they can do. That's just my opinion. And I think Trump maybe he's baiting them into this. I think Trump holds another ace up his sleeve. And I don't know what it is. Put it in the chat what you think it could be. Do you think this is where it's going? So he says illicit drugs are still pouring into our country from Mexico and Canada at a very high and unacceptable level. Trump wrote on February 27th, just yesterday. We cannot allow the scourge of illicit drugs to continue to harm the USA, and therefore, until it stops or is seriously limited, the proposed tariffs scheduled to go into effect on March 4th will indeed go into effect as scheduled. So, whoa, here we go. What do the cartels do from here? Now 𝗬𝗂𝗂 is in a very precarious, stressful situation because now she's got to listen to the cartels and Trump. And she's got to do what's best for the country, right? So wait a second. What does she do here? I've always said I don't even know if she'll make it till the end of the year. I would not want to be this lady. But this is the situation she's in right now. And she's got to listen to Trump and the cartels. What do you do? Who put her in office? Well, it wasn't Trump. This is going to get – I'm going to be watching this. I'm on the border, folks. I'm at ground zero. I am here. I hear whispers on both sides. I know people on that side, and I know people on this side, okay? So I don't give a shit what anyone tells you. There is nobody better on the border than me, okay? I don't give a fuck who's down here reporting, telling you the way it is. No. I know what's going on. I've lived here my whole life, okay? And I used to do some really bad shit, okay? Just letting you know. All right, folks. Trump administration plans to close more than 100 IRS offices. 100. The Trump administration plans to close 113 taxpayer assistance centers as part of its efforts to downsize the federal workforce. The Washington Post reports this is music to my ears. Wow. I'm sure a lot of you are applauding right now and just like, wow, I can't believe this is actually happening. The move outlined in a letter from the U.S. General Services Administration comes during the tax season. Additionally, the administration intends to lay off 7,000 IRS agents. So I've heard those 84, 86 have been moved down to the border, and now we're going to get rid of an extra 7,000. This is great. Aren't you all happy to hear this? I mean, isn't this the best news ever? Aren't you all sick of cutting checks to the government and having it go to USAID or whatever? I mean, it's bad shit. They're just, the whole time, folks, we've been getting the whole time. And we're fed up. And we finally got a guy in office who's taking care of it. I still just don't trust Elon that much. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Pentagon orders new purge of social media to dump diversity inclusion mentioned by March 5th. Building lethality in the military may be a buzzword for the new Trump administration, but busy work and paperwork have become a reality at the Pentagon. Service members and civilian workers are facing a broad mandate to purge all the department's social media sales and untangle confusing personnel reduction moves. On Wednesday, the department's top public affairs officials signed and sent out a new memo requiring all the military services to spend countless hours poring over years of website posting, photos, news articles, and videos to remove any mentions that promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. Gone. See you later. Sayonara. Gone. It's gone. The DEI era has left the building. What do you think, Alex? Are you happy about that?
Sounds good to me, man. Sounds great to me.
You know, the Obamas are pissed off about that, especially Big Mike. Trump wants generals involved in Afghanistan to withdraw. They are now fired. President Trump I said every single one of the military generals involved in the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan should be fired. Seated next to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth during a cabinet meeting on Wednesday, Trump was questioned about whether his administration would fire or relieve from duty the military officers involved in the August 2021 withdrawal. I'm not going to tell this man what to do, but I will say that if I had his place, I'd fire every single one of them. So they're gone. See you later. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. All right. Bye-bye. Fuck off. Oh, I just wish he wouldn't cuss. I like listening to Nino, but he just cusses all the damn time. And it's just bad for my ears because I just don't like to hear that. I still think I'm 12 years old. I still think I'm 12 years old and I've never heard a cuss word in my entire life. Trump directs Elon Musk as DOGE to review Pentagon spending. We're going to go through everything, Trump told reporters Friday during a press conference at the White House. Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency team will be taking a closer look at Pentagon spending to search for potential waste and fraud, President Trump said Friday. Trump officially established DOGE via an executive order on January 20th, the day of his inauguration. Its purpose is to implement the president's DOGE agenda by modernizing federal technology and software to maximize governmental efficiency and productivity, according to the directive. Musk, the billionaire businessman who's leading the organization, has been designated a special government employee international development, which is now being gutted amid accusations from the White House of wasteful spending and fraud. The DOGE team is also turning its attention to other agencies. The Pentagon, the Department of Education, just everything. We're going to go through everything. Trump told reporters during a press conference at the White House alongside Japanese Prime Minister 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, who is the Washington of bilateral talks. It was so bad with what we have just went through with this horrible situation. We just went through that USAID, and I guess 97% of the people there have been dismissed. It was very, very unfortunate, he said. This is getting better by the day. I don't know about you folks. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. I'm loving this shit. Oh. So in this article, I've always said the MSM will be the last to just exit, right? So they're still putting out these triggered propaganda type articles, and I like to read them every now and then. Donald Trump backpedaled on the 𝗬𝗪𝗪𝗪 dictator claim. I can't believe I said that. Asked by reporters if he still thought that Zelensky was a dictator after making the claim against Ukrainian leader, a seemingly dumbfounded Donald Trump replied, "Oh, did I say that?" So they have to formulate an article about that situation, about that one question to make him look bad, because that's all they got, folks. They got nothing else, okay? They have nothing else. Border news. Let's get to border news. This is crazy. Leader of the H2 drug cartel extradited from Mexico to face narcotics trafficking, firearms, and money laundering charges in Brooklyn federal court. Enforcement group extradited from Mexico. Mexico sends 29 cartel figures to U.S., including 𝗵𝗃𝗃 Quintero. Handover seen as gesture to Trump amid tariff threats. So this is happening as the threat of tariffs are coming back to Mexico. They're like, wait. We got some people for you. Hold on. We'll be right back. Hey, guys, where's 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 Quintero? Come over here, Quintero. Come here. You're up. Get the fuck over there. That's what they're doing. They're like, who can we use now? Dominguez, hey, Dominguez, come here. Ven acá, cabrón. All right, go see Trump. That's what they're doing. They're sending like the lower level guys, in my opinion, because they're not handing over the big guys who got Claudia in there. They're just like, let's get this rat. Come here. What do you do? Oh, you sell drugs on the side? Okay, that's good. Get over there. Get the Trump. I'm telling you, folks, I'm going to go down with the ship on this one. I still believe there's going to be kinetic cartel warfare. You saw that rancher get blown up by an IED It's going to happen. It's coming. And when has that ever happened before? When have you ever heard of a rancher getting blown up in his truck with an IED? Have you ever heard of that one before? Well, it's already happening. All right, folks, let's take super chats. But first, let me read the mid-roll. The mid-roll is get healthy fat. It turns out the key to losing weight and keeping it off is not in the carbs or fat or even in probiotic-rich foods. No, the end game of having a healthy weight as well as more energy and long, healthy life comes down to a specific switch you can flip on in your body to flush out unnecessary calories. Dr. Stephen Gundry is calling this the caloric bypass, folks. And by activating this specific process in your body, he has seen thousands of people dramatically improve their health, even at age 50 and beyond. This includes losing weight, getting tons more energy, and returning to the good health they had in their youth once they simply address this one key to better health. Not only that, this is actually associated with improved digestion, strong feeling joints and muscles, smoother skin, and healthier lives, meaning it could be the key to a happy life. Dr. Stephen Gundry has lost 70 pounds, folks, 70 pounds himself using this research and has kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone. His health is fantastic, and he feels younger and healthier today than he ever did in his 40s. This video has been watched by over 20 million people to date. And you can watch and learn about it at thehealthyfat.com/Nino. The link is down there below. Get started on that. I use this too. I use it all. All right, Alex, do we have any super chats?
We sure do. Let's see.
All right, let's do some super chats and get your calls in. Why don't you put the link out there now, Alex, and get people
I'll put the link
on in.
Yep.
Beverly Adams, super sticker. Thank you so much, Beverly. Whoo! Samaj is in the building, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, thanks, Samaj. Daffin, I think that D.A. Finn, I know, 2007. I appreciate all you do, champ. Thank you so much. You know, it's kind of crazy to still be called champ because, I mean, I stare at my belts every day right here, and I look at them, and I still think of my life of boxing, and I'm just not that guy anymore. It's weird. Appreciate all you do, champ. Thank you. God bless you, Nino. Not feeling too confident with the BS Epstein list or a release. Seems like they are never going to release the truth. I pray they do. This scum can finally get what they deserve. Well, I'll tell you what. I know Kash Patel is going to waste no time getting it, and I believe we're going to get it. I do believe we're going to get it. Kelly 𝗫𝗫, super sticker. Thank you so much. Jaguar killed it. One of the best general's tents you've had on. Some big surprises even for me. Can't wait for the March general's tent. Love you, Nino. Love you back, Lori. Thank you so much. See you at the next one. The cosmic clearance is going to be a big one. It's the opposite of what Bill Murray said in the Ghostbusters 2. We do want them exposing themselves. Absolutely, we do. Samaj, back again. Thank you. The Mambo DVS, exactly like the movie The Firm. I don't remember that movie. The Firm. I'll have to watch it again. Isn't that like an 80s flick? I think Bondi and company are holding back and slowly dripping to keep deep state off guard, forcing them to react maybe with a false. Yeah, well, I'm hearing that the caravan showed up at the building in Southern District of New York, and they're still there. That's what I'm hearing. So I think there's truth to this, and I think they are retrieving the documents. Hopefully the evidence is still there. Please ask Juan, Cindy Shipley, why the skies between Reno and Sacramento are continuing with extreme blank. It's so bad. Are they really blocking radar? See. Juan says it's for missile defense systems and stuff like that. I can believe it, but I also believe it's for the weather. So I think they're using it for multiple nefarious purposes. That's just my opinion. But I'll ask them. My feeling, Holly Ryle, right? Did I say that? Riley? Well, my feelings are no digital ID, no matter what. What are your thoughts about it? 100%, I agree with you. 100%. Because my mind goes to problem, reaction, solution. So did they use the last? You got to think of the people at the very, very top who control everything. Did they use this whole immigration scare to push us with open arms? And we're like, oh, well, we need a new ID. We're not getting rid of enough immigrants. We can't have them here, right? No. So we got to have an ID to show who's who. And illegals can't get that ID. See what I'm saying? Problem, reaction, solution? I don't know. That's how I see it. Anything else, Alex? Nino, honest answer. Do you think the Bondi misstep was done on purpose to target where the corruption is? I think they knew this was coming. Yeah, and I think they needed a reason to go in there. I think they had an idea that this was going to happen. Of course, absolutely. And so now they're going to the next stage, which is activate Kash Patel. And this is why Kash Patel is so important. They knew they weren't going to get it all from them. They understood this, especially in the Southern District of New York. You're not going to get it all. Of course not. They're still going to drive. They're still playing in the old paradigm, and we got to expose it. Do I think the Epstein list is coming? Absolutely, it is. But this process has to be shown to the public as well. But it's going to happen a lot more rapidly. I wouldn't be surprised if the Epstein lists and all the documents and everything come out today or tomorrow. I know he has 14 days to deliver, I believe. Anything else?
There's one super chat from the Rumble, which didn't come through, so I'll just read it. Nino,
Okay.
It's from Nevada Legion. Nino,
Okay.
I think the best we can hope for on the list is maybe former Senator blank blank or former CEO blank blank. Nobody recent, like all just former stuff. Like it's not that much.
Well, I mean, it can't be recent because Jeffrey Epstein is supposedly he's not running the operation anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I also want to know from my audience, do you think he's alive? Do you think Epstein is alive? Do you think he's actually just like Maxwell is he alive, spilling the beans? Do you think that whole self-deleting thing was a stunt to get him out of there and pull him aside and get a lot more information out of him? I would like to know my audience's thoughts on that. All right, folks, let's get back to it. Triggered Black community. Champ. I named my boxer puppy after you, Champ. Oh, you named him Nino, or Champ?
I think Champ. I think Champ is
maybe you named him Champ. My parents' dog is named Champ. It's a German Shepherd. Dude, this dog looks like it's a killer, right? And it's the biggest pussy. It's like the biggest baby. Like it's just, I love the dog. I love him so much, but he's just a big teddy bear. He wouldn't hurt a fly. All right, folks. Triggered Black community engineering the civil unrest right here. Here it is at its finest. So neo-Nazis targeted a majority black town. Locals there launched an armed watch. For weeks, men carrying rifles have guarded the roads leading into Lincoln Heights, Ohio, stopping and questioning those who approach the Cincinnati suburb. The men, some of whom wear masks and body armor, are residents of this small majority black town. They say they're protecting their own, and they're on edge. In early February, a truck of neo-Nazis came to Lincoln Heights' doorstep. Masked demonstrators, some carrying rifles, hurled racist slurs and waved flags with red swastikas on the highway overpass leading into town. So this, to me, is an obvious problem, reaction, solution. So that's what they're doing. They're starting to instigate and fuel the racist, the racial stuff. There it is right there. Look at them, man. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, just play a little bit of it, Alex, or pause it. Because they, you know how FluffTube is. Anyway, folks, so I got a feeling this is going to pick up pace as well. Anything to put mud on Donald Trump's face. So I don't know how many of you feel how suspicious, a lot of you think this was very suspicious with the Gene Hackman. I'm sorry to see I talked to Jim Caviezel about him yesterday. Jim said he was a friend of his. He was actually one of the most prestigious, accomplished actors. Gene Hackman and wife's death probed by cops. Scattered pills found, no gas leak. So what do you think, folks? What's your thoughts on this? And you can also ask one of these, or you could give your thoughts on Gene Hackman in the call-ins at the end of the show. What's your thoughts on this? I mean, I have my theory, and my theory is this. I bet you one of them was sick. Gene Hackman is already 95. Maybe his wife had medical issues, and they thought, you know what, man? Let's just go out together. I'm already 95. I think she was 30 years younger than him, and maybe they're just like, it's time to just call it a day, and let's take the dog with us. I don't know. That's how I kind of see this playing out, but I don't know. The day the Epstein list was supposed to drop, it stole the news cycle, didn't it? That's how they work. So maybe, I don't know. Give me your thoughts at the end of the show here. Remember the topics for the show, please, folks. I know a lot of you like to talk and talk and talk and talk. Keep it quick. Keep it brisk. Let's keep it very simple. Will you leave the U.S.? Do you find the U.S. It's no more enjoyable? Would you rather live in another country? Is it too polarized for you? Or do you know people leaving? Also, who do you think's on the Epstein list? And do you think Epstein's alive? And you can even throw some stuff in there about Gene Hackman. As economic pressures mount and social tensions rise, many Americans are setting their sights beyond the U.S. borders for a better quality of life. In the shadow of rising housing costs, healthcare concerns, and growing social divisions, a striking number of Americans are considering a future outside the United States. According to a recent survey, 17% of American adults want to move internationally within the next 5 years, potentially signaling a significant shift in the country's population. The survey conducted by Tucker Research found that 5% of Americans plan to take actual steps toward living abroad. And millennials are leading the way. So they're leading the way. Millennials emerged as the group most eager to move internationally, with a quarter, 25%, wanting to relocate abroad. You know what? They're all going to be coming back, especially after this ERS, External Revenue Service, comes into play. I don't see any of these people. For me, folks, I'm going to live and die and fight here in the United States. I love the United States. I'm not going anywhere. I may go visit other places, but I'm always coming back to the United States, baby. This is my home right here. Bam. So, trans military personnel to be identified and purged from the U.S. Army. Trans U.S. troops will be separated from their fellow cisgender service members unless they receive an exception, a new memo has revealed. The note to the Pentagon effectively bans trans people from joining or serving in the military. I mean, fuck. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. I know the military has got to be a lethal weapon. But hey, if they're willing to go on the front lines and die like everyone else, fucking hey, don't let the door hit you. I mean, I don't know how do you all feel about this? I don't know. I know we can't have them doing any hanky panky in the military, but I don't know. I just feel like whatever. Like I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna put on the boots and get out there. I don't know. It's just whatever. But I respect. I'm with it. I'm with what Trump is putting through here. Walmart shoppers rage. They need a loan, as bulk eggs now cost more than a tank of gas. Jeez. Shoppers are reeling from sticker shock as egg prices hit an all-time high at stores like Walmart, with some joking that they might need to get a loan to afford breakfast, while other angry Americans have been caught stealing the product. One frustrated customer took to X to vent about the soaring cost, revealing that Bakersfield, California, a 60-pack of eggs now cost $43. Damn. I need to take out a loan just to buy 𝗬𝗏𝗡s. Andrew Tate and brother land in Florida. DeSantis says they're not welcome. DeSantis. Gotta love DeSantis, right? The jellyfish. I feel like I paid some guy. I feel like I kind of do, folks. I'm going to take credit for this. I called him out, Ron DeSantis, before anybody. Absolutely before anybody. I said, he's going to run against Trump. The deep state's picking this guy to do it. And he's a pawn. And I was right. I've called a lot of shit out before anybody ever has. I put my neck on the line before. Look at my 2020 post back in the day of the everything that's happening right now. April of 2020, folks. I kicked the door open. And a lot of you say 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗋. I love 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗋. Absolutely. But for whatever reason, that video got millions of views that I did. It was just timing. I don't know. I can't explain it. But yeah, I give all credit to 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗋. No doubt about it. He's a true American hero. But that video did something, and I was scared for my life. Okay. I reposted it on X, by the way, if you want to go there and watch it. It's in one of the posts down the line. The first video I did that put me on the scene is up there. So Andrew Tate and brother land in Florida. Ron DeSantis says they're not welcome. Controversial influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate have landed in Florida after Romanian officials announced that court restrictions prohibiting them from leaving Romania while awaiting trial were lifted. The pair were traveling abroad aboard a private jet after being allowed to leave Romania, according to a source close to the brothers. The spokesperson shared a live feed of the plane arriving in Fort Lauderdale late Thursday morning. The Tates are accused of human trafficking and forming an organized criminal group with the goal of sexually exploiting women in 2 cases in Romania. Andrew Tate was also charged with, well, you know what that word is, separate allegations of money laundering and are also under investigation. The Tates have denied these allegations, but Ron DeSantis said they're not welcome. They're not welcome here. Just goes with whatever. Ron DeSantis is the type of guy that if Trump is president, he'll say, oh, yes, bits, boom, rah, rah, I love Trump. If it would have been Biden, he'd be like, if he knew Trump was not coming back, that guy would do whatever Biden says, whatever Hillary says, whatever Trump says. He's just a jellyfish. He's just a jellyfish. The Daily Show accepts Musk's terms for interview with Jon Stewart. Are you kidding me? I'm going to watch this one. This is going to be good. We're delighted to have him on. Elon Musk could be headed to the Daily Show to go toe-to-toe with Jon Stewart, a frequent outspoken critic on both Trump administration and the billionaire's efforts to slash government spending. So this is going to be good. I'm going to watch this. Calls have been growing online for Musk and Stewart to face off on Comedy Central's flagship satirical news program ever since Stewart delivered a tirade of the Tesla and SpaceX CEO so impassioned that he sliced his hand open when he broke his coffee mug or whatever he did on the show. So they're going toe-to-toe. This is going to be good. I'd rather see them in a cage match. I still like boxing better than UFC, folks. Call me old school, whatever. I still see the talent much richer in boxing. But unfortunately, we got guys in there now like Canelo who pick their fighters. They don't really like to fight anybody. He won't fight Benavidez, so he's going to just pick his fighters. And fuck it. That's what's killing boxing. And I don't know why I just went off on that tirade. I really don't understand it. All right. And what the fuck news? And Alex, are you getting up the StreamYard link for everybody?
Yeah, we got a few people waiting.
All right, let me knock this out quick. I'm going to take your calls right now, folks. Alex, if you want to chime in anytime on these calls, I might need backup because this is going to get crazy. Right. I have to put the cup on because I know I'm going to get kicked in the nuts. And I'm just anticipating this. I know there's going to be one wacky, crazy motherfucker that jumps on here. I just feel it. I can sense it. And I'm ready. I'm ready. So here we go, baby. All right, but first, what the fuck news? Hurrying cause. Horrifying cause of death revealed for 3 Massachusetts women who died in Belize. 3 young Massachusetts women who died in Belize beach resort had fluid in their lungs, potentially indicating an overdose, local police have said. Yeah. Wafin El Arar, 26, Emain Malaya, 24. Can't they have normal names when I'm reading this? Can't they have normal American names? Jeez. Oh, God. Kahur Nakad, 23. That doesn't sound too American to me. I'm just saying. All right. Were found dead in their hotel room on Saturday at the Royal Cajal Beach Resort after staff grew concerned when they weren't seen on Friday. Further tests still need to be conducted, but authorities have gathered initial evidence of their tragic deaths. There were no drugs found in the hotel room, only alcohol and gummies. Well, what was in the gummies? Commissioner of Police Chester Williams previously told reporters that authorities were investigating every possibility of their deaths. The substances were sent to a national laboratory in Belize for further testing. A fire marshal said that the initial test didn't indicate carbon monoxide poisoning. An initial investigation concluded that there were no signs of forced entry into their hotel room, and a pathologist determined that they had likely been dead for 20 hours when they were found. So I'm going to guess something was in those gummies, maybe fentanyl or something. Maybe they got a bad batch of gummies. Authority found the women with both of their mouths open, which could suggested drug and froth coming out of their mouths as well. Wow. A drug overdose. So folks, the reason I'm reading this is because you got to tell your kids, man, the drug, we are, Trump is doing what he can with the border, but if Mexico's not cooperating, I'm telling you right now, they're finding other ways to smuggle stuff in here. They've just resorted back to their old tactics, and the stuff's getting in. It is absolutely getting in. And you got to think, you got to tell your kids, they can't even touch if they think it's a Xanax. It just takes one bad pill, and it's game over. It's completely game over. So if you have nieces, nephews, grandkids, kids, they may think, well, I like to take Adderall to study, this and that. They can get one bad Adderall, and it's over, man. So please.
Yeah, it's horrible. You could if they're going to do it, get them like a drug testing kit, like where they can see if, at least they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But maybe there's a way to, make sure what they're doing.
I have friends that are still partying out there, man. Like I still have my friends, I have buddies that are still my age and they're still at the bars. But I have friends that are younger than me in their 30s or whatever, and they're out there still just debauchery, right? And they're out there just still partying, and they're telling me that they bring testing kits with them when they go out, like actual testing kits. And one of my friends is like a pharmacist. He's just like, he tests everything before he does it, this and that. But as careless as I was back in the day, I overdosed. And I almost passed. They brought me back with a defibrillator back in 2011. If I was still partying today, I'd for sure be a goner. Because I used to just be like, that sounds good. Let me have it. I'd pop it, snort it, run it, whatever. Dude, I was crazy, man. 5 years, 2 months sober, folks. I'm 5 years, 2 months sober now. I really had a tough day the other day, though, man. I almost broke.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's just too much pressure with my parents. I can't. It's just wearing on me, man.
Dude, that's so hard to go through, man. It's like,
dude, it's destroying my soul. Like, it's destroying my soul. My mom doesn't remember me. My dad's now losing his memory. It's just tough. It's the worst thing I've ever gone through. Like, it's constant torture. Every day I wake up and I'm being tortured. But these podcasts keep me going. So that's good. All right, let's get on to the questions. All right, folks, keep them specific. I love when you all talk. I love it, but I want to keep these questions rolling because we have a lot of callers waiting. How many callers do we have waiting?
There's 7 or 8 people. So
all right, let's roll. Let's get into it. All right, let me put on the boxing cup. Here we go. Let's go. All right.
What's up, Nino?
What's up?
Dude, so congrats on your sobriety. Keep on strong, and prayers to you and your family, my man.
Thank you. JB Agent, you were on just the other day, right?
Yes, I was. So who I think that, Chief Justice could be on the list. Like celebrities like Eminem, the Jay-Z, Beyonce. Scientists, too. Anyone who were pushing the scare. I know. I'm not going to. And anyone pushing the scare, definitely on that list. I think I just want to know how right we are. You know what I mean? Like, and I just want to give you.
I'm going to tell my audience that I've heard, and it's not just shit I've seen on the internet, but I think people are going to be real surprised that some of the people you trusted all your life in the church are going to be very bad people. And
I agree with you there.
People are going to be just dumbfounded by this. I know there's one person I'm thinking of specifically. I'm not going to say her name, but there's a lady that I thought I've heard was bad. And
Mother.
Yeah.
Mother too.
All right, folks.
I'm not gonna say it, but I get what you're saying. I've heard the same thing too.
I've heard bad things, and if you've seen pictures with her and
Maxwell's
father, no, Ghislaine Maxwell's dad.
I know there's a rumor that she could be Fauci related to Fauci.
Yeah, I've heard that, dude. I've heard that too. Now I don't know about that one. But I've heard the rumors of the trafficking, and I've heard from some people that they say no, man, that she was a prolific one. Like I hope not, man. I hope she's a saint, but dude, I'm just saying, a lot of people that we thought we could trust were involved. And
I agree with
of
you.
course, that's who it would be, right? Of course, it would be people you trust because they got to get your trust in order to do what they do.
Exactly.
There's already there. Thanks, Alex.
But other than that, like leaving the U.S., no, because I changed my citizenship to I'm a private American citizen, and I put my name.
Nice.
I put my name in a trust. So there's a reason why my name is JB Agent, because I'm the agent of record for my all caps name.
Oh, nice. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So everything.
Right, cool. Let me get on to the next caller. You can call in anytime.
All right, sounds good, bro. Have a nice one.
Take it easy, bud. All right, let's go for the next one. 𝗦𝗫𝗂𝗃𝗓𝗃.
Hi, Nino. How are you?
Good, Michelle. How are you?
Great. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you. And I'm proud of you with your sobriety. I pray for your parents and you every single day.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I've been watching you since the very beginning of time.
The 2020 video or like?
Yep, way back. And as soon as you
Wow.
started Nino's Corner, I joined. I'm Have Faith 2021 in Nino's Corner.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. So I know you're close with 𝗀𝗃𝗃, and I've seen her at many, many events that she does. She just put out a video the other day saying she doesn't believe there's a list, and she's dug deep into it. So I was just curious what your thoughts are, because you know how big she digs.
Yeah, she researches a lot. She has every reason to believe that. I don't believe it because I have friends in the Hollywood world. She does too. She does too, actually. But like everyone knows, I'm very close to 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗹, and and he's relayed to me who he thinks is on the list, and there is a list. So
yeah, I think there's a list too. I know
it's gonna be flight logs and videos and things that are coming out that they did not include in this first dump, and it's coming. And I'm telling you, Kash Patel has been activated. He's going in. I've heard they've already got caravans there, and they could be retrieving it right now as we speak. So I think it's coming, and I think there are going to be names. And I know for a fact that celebrities cannot sleep at night. But the reason I know that is because I know people inside of the entertainment industry. So I had Jaguar on last night on the General's tent. It was epic. I mean, I'm telling you, people are in fear. Think about what's going to happen to them. How are you going to live your life? I mean, you're not going to be able to go to the grocery store. People are going to hunt you down.
Well, like they've been saying, they're not going to be able to walk the streets.
No,
and I agree.
People are going to go after them, man. They're going to find their addresses. They are going to live in terror, just like they terrorize those children, right? I mean, that's how I see it. They deserve it.
Absolutely.
So fuck them.
100%.
All right, next caller. Thanks, Michelle. I love you.
Thank you. Hey, one more question. Will you put the General's tent on Nino's Corner? I missed it.
No, not this one, because she said too much. She said a lot of names. I'd have to get it edited. And
man, I was working and I had to
miss talking about Will Smith and like it was deep. And you know what? They'll come after you for that shit.
Oh, so I know. Did she say anything about 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 Carter?
What's that?
Did she say anything about 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 Carter?
Yep.
Oh, I missed it. I'm in the middle of
I'll tell you this, that she thinks 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 Carter's not credible.
Okay. I'm in the middle of opening a child sex trafficking safe house in Michigan.
Beautiful.
Yep. Okay. I'm praying for you. Thank you for everything you do. Love you, buddy.
Love you too. Bye. Okay. John Martin.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, John?
Great. Yeah, I've been watching your show for since 2020 when you started.
Oh, thanks.
It's been quite a road. I was actually pretty upset yesterday when Gene Hackman's death stole the cycle. I knew what was going on. So I was going to just distract everybody.
I think they're going to use the Pope as well. I think the Pope's next. I think when that thing drops, I think the Pope's going to just kick the bucket.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I'm guessing here. I mean, we're just theorizing, but I think that's what they I think that's the play they would use. Jim,
Yeah, well,
Jim
you're
told me that he was told never to drive through or travel through Utah, New Mexico, or Arizona. Exactly where Gene Hackman lived. He said, don't ever go through there because the Masons run that whole area.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I've been watching out for them. What is the one thing? I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, Bo Pony. He said the judgment begins in the church, right? So as soon as the Pope is announced, it's my belief that it's only going to take just a little bit after all the dominoes will start falling. Then, if he kicks the bucket, because that's where it begins.
100%. I agree. Do you remember when he first came into popehood or whatever you want to call it? Remember when the Vatican got struck by lightning?
Vaguely.
Remember that? There's video on that. Go watch that. There's video of him before he was ordained as a pope or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what the proper terminology is, but the Vatican got struck by lightning the night before. It was crazy.
Well, I wonder if that's the lightning mentioned in the Bible.
God tells us, man. God speaks to us, man. It's just if we're willing to pick it up or not. So that's
He actually brought me through a custody case with my, a one. Mark 13:11 says the Holy Spirit will speak in your defense in the court if you're ever dragged in for speaking what he told you to. Nice. And I got 50-50 custody at the end of that. And she tried to say I was crazy, and they tried to pin a theoretical condition on me called conspiratorial thinking. But I was able to pick.
Really, that's a thing?
No, it's not. It's not a thing. That's what I'm saying. I picked apart their little evaluation, and I found the paper they used to use against me. It says the theory of conspiratorial thinking, meaning it's not even a thing. So I brought that to the light, and they're like, "Oh yeah, never mind." But they tried.
Wow. All right, man. I got to jump on to the next caller. Is everything okay? It's good. We're good.
You're great, man. Yeah, take care. Right. Congratulations being sober.
You got it, man. Call in on the next show too. God bless you.
Hey, Nino.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Dave, what's going on?
Dave, yeah. Yeah, I've been following you for a long time, since before 2020 even. But
really? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Used to follow you in the boxing ring too.
The good old days.
Awesome stuff. Yeah. Just wanted to throw a little harebrained theory out towards you to see what you thought about it. I'm living up here on the wrong side of the north border. And there's been a lot of talk from Trump about Canada being the 51st state and so on. I'm wondering if he is, the Americans have been defrauded by the Crown of England for a couple 250 years. I wonder if he has somehow made a deal to claim Canada in reparations for the fraud that's been perpetrated against.
I've talked about this with Juan and some others. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's already happened. He's just trying to work it out into the public now.
Yeah, so I think what's going to happen is you all have to feel it the way we did the last 4 years with Biden, but you have to feel it in your own country and in your own way just to wake up. And that's just my theory on that. But I think
you're probably right. I'm afraid it's going to.
I think you're going to.
I'm afraid it's going to take a hell of a sledgehammer.
Yeah, you are.
I would love it.
You are, but he's gonna twist your arm into becoming the 51st state, and then I think you guys are going to celebrate. I think it's going to be something great. I think that's coming. Yeah, I do.
Well, I'd be celebrating for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I love Canada. I've been up there a few times. I love Canada. It's beautiful, man. Vancouver, wow. Most beautiful place.
You got to try the middle of the country. It's just...
Yeah, I've been in Alberta, British Columbia, Toronto, Niagara Falls area. I mean, I've been a few places up there, but I'll never forget when I went out there into Vancouver, I saw off the coast killer whales, man. And I saw them doing this and then they were gone. But just for a brief moment, I've never seen killer whales in the wild. And I saw them in Canada. It was amazing. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing out there, but I saw them. I was like, I saw killer whales. It was amazing. So, but thank you for your call, Dave.
Yeah, cool. Well,
oh shit. We didn't mean to cut him off, but it happens. There you are. You're back.
I was just saying, thinking of you and good luck with you and your parents. I feel for you, man. I've lost my dad. I know what it's like.
Yeah, it's almost like I get paralyzed in fear just to even talk about it, man. Like I feel like I gotta call him like immediately. It's crazy. It's weird. It's like I got massive PTSD. So it sucks. He's been at all my fights, man. And when I got knocked out for the last time, at the end of my career, he said, I remember him coming to my dressing room and he goes, "It's over. Forget about it. Let it go. Let it go." And I remember him staring at me in the face, telling me that in the dressing room. Yeah. And that was with him saying that, I was able to let it go, man. And it was just, he's had such a profound impact on my life. So thank you, Dave.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Chuck.
Well, hello, Nino. Boy, it's good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. I love when people show their face on here.
One fighter to another. Okay. I've been knocked the fuck down, beat up, broken up, got bullet holes, the odd tattoo. I didn't give up, thank the Lord, because of the Lord.
Right.
Okay. I see you in like manner. Okay, you've been through it. You've been drugged through it, not old backwards, proverbially. Huh?
Yeah.
And you're still standing. You ain't give up. You ain't waved a white flag. You're right on rabbits. Okay, right on rabbits right there. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Okay, this too shall pass that we're going through right here. I've been sitting back quietly kind of for years. I see right now coming to fruition, especially with Dan Bongino, in my opinion, being the Cuff and Stuff Brigade. Here they showed up in New York. As we both know, the Southern District of New York, that particular office, has got much to answer for because they've been hiding things for years. For years.
Correct.
For instance, in my opinion, well, here's a big one. Here's the big one, Nino. I believe Fort Knox to be empty. I won't go into it from there. Okay. Also, there was no airplanes that hit those buildings.
All right.
Not one airplane part was found. Not one.
Well, they were planted there. They were planted there. They were like,
they were CGI'd into it, brother. It's been proven. Okay. Yeah. However, let's decide the point that I'm getting to. You can't drop 3 buildings with 2 airplanes, especially when one of them is about 3 blocks away. Give me a break. When CNN was on TV half an hour before it fell, give me a break.
I'm having Richard Gage on to talk. You know who the Richard Gage is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be
okay. What happened in Iraq? What was our weapons of mass destruction bullshit that we pushed old Saddam, who was insane, into? Gold, Nino. Remember, they found truckloads, train car loads that they had to load into them. I had soldiers pictured in them. All about the gold, you know.
I love you, brother, but we got to think specific on the questions. I'm trying to do my best.
My question is this. My question is this to you. Do you believe, with all the soft disclosure we've had over the years, that now is the time for 𝗓𝗏 and 𝗓𝗏?
I think it's happening. I think they're doing it in a surgical manner. Yeah, I do. But that's still considered conspiracy on the fluff tube. But yes, to answer your question, yes. Yes, I think it's happening. God bless.
Said. I love you, brother. Keep up the fight.
All right. So far, the calls have been good. Drago,
what's up, Nino? What's going on, brother? Hey, I've been watching you from day one, from that post in LA about on Instagram. I actually got a chance to meet you in Vegas in 21 at the Las Vegas Patriot Double Down.
Oh, yeah.
𝗂𝗶𝗋 was there. I saw you. You're a big mother sucker, bro. I'm a big guy too, but I was like, damn, that's sick. You know, you're cool people. Regarding the list, I think there'd be a lot, probably hundreds of thousands of people that's going to affect globally, because this is so huge, and he's not even the main. He's one of the big characters about the transporting, but he's not the only one. So I think this is way bigger than anybody thinks. I mean, Hollywood, I think, is definitely going to fall. The music industry.
With that being said, those drops that came out of that one letter in the alphabet talked about people should not look at the people who own islands, right? Well, who owns an island? Gene Hackman.
Yep.
And then I find that very.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
He owned 2 islands.
Yeah.
You got to think
Wow.
about this. There's a lot of people in that area that own a lot of islands. Virgin Islands.
Oh.
They're the owner of that one.
That was that was the other guy who I knew for sure. He was a part of the Black Guy Club, super
Yes.
ultra rich,
So
having
I
these
think this
parties.
open the door. This is how you get them all.
Yep. And we have to, like, you know what? During that event in 21, that really sealed the deal for me with the letter in the alphabet, because I had so many conversations after at nighttime in those little bars where I got to meet a lot of the people that were speakers, and we got a lot of information, and that kind of just solidified that the operation is real and it's not a psyop. I'm a God-fearing man, and I believe that God's been working all this chaos for a purpose, and he anointed Trump. He's not a perfect man, but he picked the right man for the right job, just like David and Goliath.
Yeah,
He wasn't perfect, but he did the job.
100%.
And I just want to add another thing, brother, so not to take too much of your time. I've been following, and I've known your parents, have been struggling, and I have older parents as well. And they're just now in the past year starting to have their mental memory loss and stuff decline. And I've been really on a journey of naturopathic journey of healing. And I did find 2 Hispanic doctors from Latino America. Because I'm Latino, I'm Mexican. I'm in Southern California right now. I'm in the trenches, brother. But I represent hard out here. I don't care, bro. And I want to pass that information to you, because they say that Alzheimer's and dementia is type 3 diabetes, and it could actually be reversed. And the main things are detox. Detoxing is key. I fast about 3 times a year, a 7-day water fast, just to cleanse out my body and detox. And the fasting part, it comes from a spiritual side, but it also has a lot of physical benefits. And I know you're my brother in Christ, brother. I got your back. I've been praying for you, bro, because I feel your pain. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to carry each other's burdens as brothers in Christ.
Thank you so much, Drago.
And I want to relay that information I have, hopefully.
Alex, and then Alex will pass it to me, the doctor's names and all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll give you their websites, bro, and their Instagram pages, and just follow their protocols. And if you have any questions, my man, you can reach out to me on my email, my number, whatever, brother. I got you, dog.
Thank you, Drago. All right.
Appreciate it, brother. Keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you.
Drago, go ahead and put that info in the private chat here if you can on StreamYard. If you can type it into the chat, Drago.
Will do, brother. Will do.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, Nino. Later,
Drago. All right, so we got one more.
I think that's it, actually.
Okay, all right, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, I get kind of nervous. I get kind of nervous on this, dude. I get like, man, I'm just waiting for the chingazo, man. But hey, I have the balls to do it. And you know what, folks? I'm going to put out more controversial stuff because I want to hear some controversy. I want someone to argue with me, and I want someone to debate me on my show. And if I lose, I lose. Maybe we'll think of something like, as this show progresses, maybe we'll give a gift card to someone who delivers a good chingazo to me during the calls or something. I don't know. But I'm willing to take it. I'm willing to be the Mexican piñata. Alex, what do you think of the show?
It was good, man. Yeah, and callers had some good points too. And I think Drago was right about Epstein's just there's like 20 other Epsteins, or God knows how many of them too.
Yeah.
So and it's a huge global interconnected web, and when one person gets disclosed, it connects to all these other people, and so there's a lot of interest in keeping things clamped down. Or maybe, yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, did you see that picture with Mother Teresa and Maxwell's father? I mean, that picture's worth 1,000 words, right? I mean, look at that. I wonder what my audience thinks of this. Put your comments in there, folks. What do you think about this? Do you still trust Mother Teresa? Listen, I'm not saying, but I mean, you are who your company, right, bro? I mean, you are the company you keep. I mean, although I've taken pictures with Don King and other people, but I mean, this to me just does not seem right. And you remember how big she was in the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know. What does my audience think? Let me know your thoughts, folks. All right, Alex, I guess I'm signing out. We'll be back Monday, folks. Alex, thanks for keeping this going behind the scenes, man.
Yeah, thanks, Nino.
All right, so Monday, folks, we'll be back Monday. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting right here, folks. All right, Alex, see you later. Peace, folks.